What's up, Band Clan?
And welcome back
to the channel. Today's video is going to be a Q&A.
Yeah, we have gotten a lot of repetitive questions.
So it's time to answer some of those.
Yeah, I think we're going to start doing these every month because as our life evolves, obviously you guys
There's more
have
people,
questions.
more questions, more, stuff that changes.
So I asked you guys some questions and you answered on Instagram. Both of the kids are going to be in and out of this video because both of them are up and do not want to take a nap. So there's that. You need kisses? Let me see. Oh, let me fix it.
This question has been asked a lot. This is from Nay Miliana 2000. How does your foster care journey go?
Or how's
it going? I'm sure that's what they meant to say. Well, we had to move. We kind of just had like an abrupt, oh, we're moving. So that just kind of threw like a wrench in our plans, I guess, a little bit because now we can't really go to the same class that we were going to because that's 2 hours away from where we live now.
Yeah, plus a 3-hour class.
Plus a 3-hour class. It's just literally not possible. That's 2 hours there, 2 hours back, plus a 3-hour class. That's literally all day.
I think we're still going to be able to keep our credits from the classes that we've taken.
But nothing has changed within our our plans as far as long-term goals for fostering. None of that has changed. We're just
fostering / adopting.
We're still kind of deciding what's the best case scenario for our family.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think we're going to decide that after we've gotten all the credits that we need in order to do both of those things. We're waiting to see if they offer another class in our area so that way we can pick back up on those credits and apply them to a new class. So yeah, that's what's going on now. We just had kind of a big move, so after everything settles down, we will pick back up and we'll take you guys along with us, of course. And we are very excited for that part of our life.
This one is from Emily_Margaret14. Do you guys miss your hometown?
A little. I mean, not really though.
That's a hard question because we always knew that we didn't want to live there forever.
We didn't want to raise the kids there.
Of course, I want to be closer to my parents, but we're literally an hour away from my parents, and that's all that really matters about that hometown is homily. Is what I was gonna say. Not just my parents. It's family in general, and that includes my best friend. I consider him my family, my brother. You know what I mean? So it sucks not being 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes away from everybody, but at the same time, we're still only an hour away. But
and we're really getting to
I like this area.
I love our area
a lot. And the thing is that when we were in our hometown, our living circumstances weren't as good as here.
Yeah,
so
the neighborhood.
The neighborhood, the space in general. Just there was a lot of things that came into play. This just works out for us way better to have our own space.
It was mostly the neighborhood and the safety reasons. AANDR_104 asks, this one's for you. What is your favorite room to decorate in the new house? Because everyone has commented and they're it's so cute that Garrick loves to decorate.
Let me think. What's my favorite room to decorate?
Mine would be the bathroom for sure. I
think that my favorite was the kids' bathroom. There's not it's not crazy in there. It's very little, very subtle.
It's hotel vibe. We've gotten this question a lot too. Whitney_Weg asks, how many bedrooms in your new house?
Oh.
And we do plan on doing a furnished house tour once we get it all together. Paris_Hicks_ asks, what extracurricular activities do you want your kids to do? Music, dance, sports, etc.
I would like for them to do any or all of the above, but it's really up to them. We will encourage them, of course, to do something and stay active in something that they love. That's really all that matters.
As for what we're going to put them in before they
have a chance to decide is probably dance for a while. Probably put dance for both of them. Right?
Yes. And then I really want to put Wilder in karate as soon as he turns... What is it? 3. Sorry. As soon as he turns 3, we can put him in. And dance as well. We want to put him in some kind of hip-hop. Slimy.unicorn0 asks, how's Wilder's speech coming along?
It's getting better. We're kind of picking up words here and there.
Skilly.
We're kind of picking up words here and there that within his jumbleness that are coming out more clear than they ever have. And another thing is he's really trying. He's been talking so much more and
he'll come up to us and be for example,
more verbal.
No. And then we'll be what, buddy? And then normally he throws a tantrum because we don't understand what he's saying.
Or he'll just stop talking, walk away, and walk to whatever he's trying to show you, or forget about it, or do something else.
But now he's starting to be
really trying to tell us no, and then he gets more mad and more mad. But
yeah.
we can tell that he's really trying and he's really putting his best effort in.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Okay, here's a good one too. 324 Hannah asks, how do you maintain your households as well as take care of the kids, etc.?
Sporadically.
Yeah, like, it's not perfect.
It's not like there's no routine involved. It's more of a, like, when the mess happens every 5 seconds, we just try to pick it up as quickly as possible.
But then other days, we kind of let the mess happen and then pick up at the end of the day.
Yeah, because it just depends. It really just depends. It just depends on our mood, I guess, because some days I'm just like, I don't want to see the mess.
But then again, for example, like, if you're cleaning up a mess every 5 seconds, you get worn out very quickly. So, yeah, it really just depends. Natalie Guire asked, do you believe in
magic when younger, huh?
Love at first sight?
Y'all want to hear this story? I saw this bee from across the cafeteria and look where we are now.
What does B stand for?
Beautiful girl. Anyways, yeah, I do believe in that. I believe it's possible. I believe that in most cases it's very rare. I think most people think they have love at first sight, but it's more like lust. I think a lot of people confuse love and lust, but I do think that it is a possibility. I think we are a case of that.
Oh, you think we're a case of love at first sight?
Babe, I saw you across. Maybe it wasn't like, maybe I didn't like see you and I was like, I love you. But I think life in general, like, just knew. Like, I think that it was a bigger plan because I told all my friends that you were gonna be my girlfriend, and then a week later you were my girlfriend, and life separated us. I went to go live in New York with my grandparents. You went and did your thing, and like we just continued to be, you know, people in life, and then like we still found our way back to each other.
That's a good love story.
Crazy.
It's.Mia_ asked, how long were you and Garrick together before you had Wilder?
2 years.
Mariana_ Elamar asks, what makes you not want to try for another baby and decide on adoption? Love you.
It's not that we're not trying for another baby because we technically still are.
We just happen to have our hearts set on foster/adoption in the middle of the process. We actually came across an ad or some kind of like newsletter saying that in our area there was a shortage for foster families. That's kind of how we started talking about foster/adoption.
Yeah, and in our area is like the worst for like drugs and kids that just like get brought into a world of just.
It's really sad.
It's really sad. It's very sad, and like it just hit us. It hit our hearts in a very strong way, and we just felt like we could do something to help, and so that's why we started to go to the classes.
Maddie D. Earring asks, are you guys getting another car? If so, SUV, sedan, mom van, ?
I think here pretty soon. Probably in the next month or two.
We definitely need to upgrade.
We're gonna get an SUV.
I don't know which one exactly we're looking at. Okay, she asked 2 questions actually. Did having kids make your guys' relationship stronger? ?
I think so. I think that a lot of relationships in this day and age just, I don't know what the word is for it. I just feel like a lot of people, and definitely in my experience where we're from, but like most relationships don't really last more than a couple years, like where we're from.
Even our relationship, like comparing our relationship to the friends that we have and like the relationships that we know, it's just totally different. I don't know how to explain that really, but.
I don't know exactly how to answer that question, but because we are together and we do have kids, and I don't really look at it in a way of like, oh, would we be together if like we didn't have kids?
Yeah, I've never really thought about it.
I've never really thought about it like that.
Honestly, I don't remember
a life before you.
Yeah.
Neither.
So that would just be so crazy. I love you, Zoe Hazel asks, how are you able to keep your faith when you're at your lowest?
We just kind of come to a realization that if anything bad happens, it's not God's doing.
Yeah. The other day, what did I say the other day about something?
So, I don't remember. I do remember
something bad
I do remember
that
you
happened.
saying like, why would God allow that, or like why?
Yeah.
And then I had to remind you like that wasn't God. Like you have to remember that if there's good, then there's evil. So if you believe in that and you believe in good, then you have to believe in the evil. It's in the Bible. Like they talk about the evil one. So you have to realize that like darkness is going to come for you regardless. And, like bad things are going to happen. You just have to realize that God is not doing that. And he's not the power that's in control of the bad things.
And someone told me this, I think it was Allie, but whenever we were kind of really digging deep into like faith and God, she told me that the more that you dig, the more the enemy is going to come after you. Because think about it, he doesn't want that. Like, he doesn't want your family to...
He doesn't want you to have a strong connection.
Yeah, so... Yeah, and it's nice to have somebody to pull you out of your slump and into your faith, for sure. It's nice to have somebody that values the same things as you. Mm-hmm. Barry.Meggins asked, what do I expect? How do you do what you do? In need of amazing advice. And I get this question a lot. We do. And honestly, we just wing it. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, all parents are just winging it because it's
think about it, guys. We haven't done this before. Like, we're learning as we go. Like, every day is new to us. Like, every single day is something new, because it might not seem like it, but every single day they're becoming a new person. Like, they're learning more and more and more, and it's a change every single day. It isn't like a week by week change. Like, they're literally changing overnight.
Yeah.
And growing overnight and doing different things and gaining an understanding of the different things that we do. Like, look at her. She's to Gilly. So cute.
It's crazy, and it's so bittersweet how fast they grow. Parenting is not easy at all. And I would just say we're the most go with the flow people when it comes to parenting, because nobody's perfect. And
what's really scary is how fast time goes. Like, I truly feel like Wilder was a newborn.
I know.
Maybe realistically 8 months to a year ago.
Yeah.
That's what it maybe feels like. But it's been almost two and a half years when he was just a little unwalking baby.
I know.
Now Hazel's walking and like
getting into everything.
If time keeps going by this quickly, like, how old are they gonna be?
I know.
In the next time we blink. It's crazy.
We're gonna blink and they're gonna be 10 and then 1. HEER39 asks, how do you budget all expenses and how do you guys save money for future expenses for kids? Love you. Love you too.
Well, we consider what we bring in each month. Mm-hmm. We write everything down. Basically, deduct all of our monthly bills that we know that we have to pay. We set aside money from each paycheck, and
which, for those of you that don't know, we get paid one time a month.
Yeah.
And that's from YouTube AdSense. So you guys right now watching are helping us out save money for our kids' college, for our future.
Without you guys, it wouldn't even be possible.
Yeah.
So we appreciate you guys so much, and we love you guys
so incredibly much.
You guys have been so amazing and just such a strong family for us, and like, we just love you guys so much. Like, we really do, and like, we just are super excited for the future and super excited to meet as many of you as we can. We just want you guys to know that we really, really appreciate you. We love you guys like you are our real family.
I know tons of people say that, like, oh, like, you guys are a family, like, I love you so much, like, to their subscribers, but like, from the bottom of our heart, we would not be able to be where we are if it wasn't for you guys.
If you guys ever like need advice or just somebody to talk to, send us a message. For those of you that have messaged me, you know that I will respond as much as I can. I respond to.
I'll be laying in bed because I do a lot of the editing. Garrick helps me out a lot, but I like to have the creative control of editing, so I'm up a lot of the time editing and doing stuff like that. So Garrick, on the other hand, he
is responding to you guys.
He loves to respond to you guys, and I love to respond to you guys too. It's funny because I'll be editing and he'll be typing this long message on his phone, and I'll be like, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, I'm just responding to so-and-so about school. And it's just, yeah, we really, really, really tried to keep close contact with you guys.
Really gotten to know some of these people through Instagram.
And it's awesome.
It's awesome. It really is.
That's probably one of the best parts of our job is like meeting and connecting with you guys. And I say this because it's not a job if you love what you're doing.
We love what we're doing.
But as far as the money question goes, we are very simple livers. Like, if you guys have seen our house, then you know that we just are very simplistic when it comes to that kind of stuff, and we try to save as much as we can.
Yeah, like, for instance, our dresser is a dresser that's been in the family for before I've been born. So the TV in our bedroom is a 2006 475-pound. It's a flat screen TV, but it still works, and we just don't see the need to buy one right now. We have one in the living room. We have one here. It just doesn't make any sense to spend more money on a TV that works perfectly fine.
What works in our head, and well, really in my head, I sometimes have to kind of like bring you back to it. But for me, it's like, why would we buy a new TV, for instance, when that $500 could go back into our savings account.
Yeah, exactly.
And Garrick and I, we balance each other out when it comes to that, I feel like, because I'm just such a penny pincher on every little thing. Whereas Garrick, he can sometimes know how to spend some money.
What?
You do. How much do you spend on
That
clothes?
was my Christmas.
How much do you spend
That was
on
my
clothes?
Christmas.
Okay, anyways, my point is we try to save as much as we can.
Look, y'all already know I am a Thread Beast fanatic, and I'm going to continue to be. There's one thing that I get for myself every single month, and it is Thread Beast. And it's just something that I'm obsessed with, and...
But that's okay.
I've never been able to afford anything we've never been able to afford anything like that for myself. I mean, I remember that you had a tanning subscription for the longest time. You bought the nicest tanning lotion.
Yeah.
Like, $200 tanning lotion.
But now, I just don't... Now that we have... That was before when we weren't really making money.
Yeah, and I feel like back then we were spending money to make ourselves feel better. About
maybe
not really having money. I feel like that's...
Maybe.
And now that we have money, we're not spending as much money. I mean...
It's funny how that works.
Maybe we're spending more money because we have to reinvest a lot of our money back into ourselves, and we do traveling and all that kind of stuff in that sense. But we're saving more money than we ever have. We've never been able to save hardly any money.
Yeah.
And...
Before YouTube... When Garrick was working and I was a stay-at-home mom, we were literally living on our credit cards. And we're not ashamed to say that. We were on government assistance. We were living on our credit cards.
Just to pay bills.
Yeah, and so now that we're...
Working 70 hours a week.
I think that's another reason. Now that we're, up and or higher than we were, we never want to be at that place that we were before. We never want to be, on our back. So I think that's why, we try to save as much as we can. Screenshot this, guys. Cheese! Cheese! Aaron Preeti asks how you picked the kids' names and did you have any more in mind?
You came home. Weren't you working?
Mm-hmm.
You came home from work and you had a list of 5 or 6 names. I remember most of them. Rowan.
Arrow.
Fox. Jax. And there was one more.
There was one that you didn't like.
Yeah, it was
What was it? Indigo.
Indigo. Yeah, that was it.
For Wilder, my thought behind it, whenever I wrote it down, was kind of all good things in life are wild and free. And so I saw the name Wilder somewhere, and I was like, I love that name. And then whenever I showed it to Garrick,
I was like, that's the one right there. Yeah. I just pointed right to it, and I was like, that is the one.
Yeah.
That's his name.
And for Hazel is my middle name, and it's my great-great-great-grandmother's name. So.
We actually knew before we had Wilder that we would always name, if we had a daughter, we would name her Hazel.
Yeah.
So, but it wasn't set in stone, but we'd always said that out loud.
Yeah.
But even when we had her, we weren't just oh, it's Hazel. You know what I mean? We still thought about other names. We tried so hard. And it was just she was meant to be Hazel.
Yeah. Hazel Ray?
They're just meant to be who they are.
They are. And their names fit them so much. This one's for you. Cannon_Alexis99 asks, how do you keep the romance alive with having kids?
I make a lot of comments about her goody parts. And I'll just be rubbing you down, babe.
Babe.
That's the answer. That's it. That's all we can say about that question.
Anyways, that's pretty much wraps up all the questions. Today's Instagram shout out, babe.
Today's Instagram shout out.
You're so crazy. She just
headbutted me. Today's Instagram shout out is Whitney D. Waltman, you little brat. Shout out to you. We love you so much.
We do. Thank you for being a part of our clan. It means so much to us. If you guys want to be our next Instagram shout out, all you have to do is be subscribed to our YouTube channel.
Be following us on Instagram and go ahead and put something positive on our most recent Instagram pics. That's all you have to do, guys.
If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel if you have not already.
Hit that notification bell, please.
So you guys don't miss any of our upcoming videos.
And we'll see you in the next one.